All right, so we got a couple good ones here. We got three that I'm going to fire your way. First one was from Matt Buffman. He said, "What is it like playing multiple positions on the national team 2 years ago?" Which we discussed, but
Yeah. I would say it's super difficult. I had a lot of fun doing it in my upbringing because every hitter wants to set and every setter wants to hit.
yeah,
But when you get to the highest level and you're trying to compete, even for like roster spots, and you're trying to compete with also other teams that are the best in the world, it's just a lot more taxing. It's just a lot harder to do, and you feel like you're working so hard at two different things, and like you're improving way slower than So yeah, it was super fun. But also like a little frustrating at times because you're like, you're coming in to get extra reps in serve receive every day and then like staying after to set every day. And you're just like, I'm putting a lot of work and like other guys are just honing in on their craft.
yeah.
And I'm kind of like going in two different directions. So that can be a little frustrating. Other than that, when you're in the competition, it's super fun. I love to hit. So that was the highlight of, I don't know, the summer for me was when I got in there and could hit. So it was super fun.
For sure.
And frustrating.
And my bad, Matt Buffum. I know him. He's my boy, not Buffman. I don't know why I said that, Matt Buffum, but shout out you, boss. I fucked that up. I fucked that up. It's been a while, boss. I hadn't talked to him in a bit. But next one we got was from Colt. He said, "You played a crazy game against BYU 2 years ago. What were your thoughts?"
Oh yeah, that was probably one of my favorite games. What were my thoughts? I don't know. It was a good game. I think we were up to, I don't remember the game super well, but I know that I had like I had a lot of kills. I don't know. I think I had like, I don't know. I want to say maybe like nine or 10 points in the fifth.
Holy shit. Yeah, well, that's carrying for sure.
Yeah. But I started off setting. I remember that. Started off setting the first the first three sets. We won the first two and then we lost the third and it was going downhill. And then like at the end of the fourth, he switched me to hit outside, even though like he had brought in our setter for a different player. So it's kind of one of those weird rotational things. And I hit like 2 or 3 balls and then it went well. And so he's like, all right, you're going there full time. And after that, I started hitting. In that fifth set, I had a lot of points and I don't know, it was a really fun game, but we lost, so it doesn't matter. Never won in BYU.
I never got to play there, man. It was unfortunate. I can't believe I never played there. Yeah.
And it's so sick.
I didn't either. And my senior year, we were supposed to go to Hawaii and we were supposed to play at Stan Sheriff. And that's what we were told, like guaranteed from the time I had signed at Charleston. And we get to my senior year, they were like, yeah, we're doing it next year. Sorry.
Oh,
that sucks.
Yeah, they played BYU my redshirt freshman year, and then the year after I graduated. And I was like, sick, guys. I never played BYU, but I got to go to Hawaii twice. It was I had some good games, you know.
Yeah, those are some of my favorite games for sure. BYU, oh my gosh, that crowd is incredible.
Yeah, I wish I could have.
Incredible.
Next one, last question I got for you is from Samia. It says, best tips for young players.
Play a lot and watch a lot. Like immerse yourself in the game as much as you can. Be playing. It doesn't even matter what style. It's what I've learned when coming overseas. You see people that are like have the weirdest technique and they're just dimes. And I'm like, what? Like, but I realized that like there's a lot of ways to get to the top. And one thing you can't get away with is like not putting in a lot of time. So if you're out there playing a lot, like you're gonna end up rising to the top. And watch a lot. It's the easiest way to learn. So yeah, those two things. Keep it simple. That's all you have to do, really.
For sure.
That's good advice, Jim. If I want to add on to that a little bit, just that I feel like for a long time in a lot of sports, they're like, oh, they saw what worked well. And then it was like this box that they put all players in. It's like, if you're not mechanically like this, you're not going to be a good volleyball player, which is obviously not true.
Right.
A lot of times it is true. And that's why that works well. And you'll see a lot of high level players that have really good mechanics, but then like, like Ingapeth all of a sudden is doing this backwards swing. And now that's like something that people are doing. And that kind of almost reminds, I could relate it to like basketball with like Steph Curry just like launching and like Damian Lillard just launching from deep. And I remember like, or even Kevin Durant just being like a 6'11" like shooter, like lethal shooter. It's like, oh, like when I was playing basketball growing up, they're like, oh, you're gonna be a big guy because you're tall, so like don't shoot. Why are you shooting? Or don't shoot from there. But the game can change, so I feel like be creative with it. Taylor Averill's another guy that like loves being creative with volleyball. Another guy in France, so you know him obviously.
He's balling.
Yeah, dude, he's a beast. And then playing a ton, watching a ton. The hardest thing to pick up is that volleyball IQ, and the more you're watching high level players, the easier it is to get better.
Yeah.
For sure. And also, dude, putting in that work, like you said, like, I mean, and like, that's another thing, Kelly, you kind of got me focused on something now, but like how you said, there's many, and Micah, you too, how you guys are like, there's many ways to get there. It's like the same thing with working out. Like there's so many people that I talk to or that like from back home see me, they're like, hey, how do I like increase my vertical, or what's the trick to like getting a faster arm swing? Is like, I'm like, dude, if you sit in your room or if you go in your backyard and jump rope for an hour a day and you go up to your room and you crank out 100 push-ups at night, like, yeah, there may be better or different ways to get there, but either way, you're putting on muscle, you're going to get stronger, you're going to jump higher. It's like there's 1,000 different ways to like jump high or hit hard. Like just do something.
Yeah, no doubt.